bag.
What is it?
It's a big worm.
What's this?
It's a potato.
Potato? Should I put it in the jar?
No, stick it on top. It's May 20th, and the grapevine is still putting out a ton of these little balls. I don't know if they're going to turn into grapes, but I got a lot of them. And we'll talk about this in a little while. But expanding the garden slightly with some potatoes and there. So I'll tell you what I did there. So I ordered some Yukon gold potatoes from Gurney's, and when they came in there weren't any little eyes coming out on these, so I kept them inside in the cool for a little bit, and so they're now ready, and I am ready to plant them. So my plan is I bought these bags for potato bags. So the idea is that as you grow them up, you can go inside and get these out, and I've had these for a few years and they've actually stayed up pretty good. I just had to rinse an ant colony out of this one. That one they weren't living in that one. But the biggest issue with those is that they dry out really easy, and the soil gets compact in there. So sometimes I put sand in there. I think that sand hasn't really helped me. So I'm going to use what I got left of my perlite, some just regular garden soil, and I'm going to try some of this citrus stuff in here because that seems a little more light, fluffy and stuff. Is working, that's what it needs for the citrus. A little bit of that, and then I bought some peat moss, and that keeps moisture. So these things. So the idea is I want to keep it a little fluffy, loamy, keep it from drying out, and have enough to fill up these 2 bags, room for potatoes. And I might stick some over in the box if I have enough left over. I know I have plenty of potatoes because there's only so much room for that. So that's what I'm going to do, mix these together. Okay, so we put 6 in each of these bags. We have 2.5 left over. We're going to stick these over in the box that has the 2 potato plants that have been there for a while. And then right now...
What's this?
Did you just take a grape off?
That's a grape?
Alright. hold those assistant. Now we're going to cover these up, and then later I'll have to figure out.
So what's the point of doing this if the potatoes are already grown?
They're not already grown.
They
are grown. Right, they already are grown, but they will create more potatoes.
That makes no sense.
The little spikes that come out of it, they'll create more potato plants.
That's strange. Are they like seeds or something?
They are called seed potatoes, but they are not seeds. All right. So when these potatoes start coming through, we'll have to come up with some more stuff to cover them up a little bit. And
what do I do with these?
as they keep going up, then we'll keep covering up until the top of these bags are filled. And I'm going to stick them over here in between the two, or one on each end of the garden beds right now, and that'll be their home. So there was two in here. One of them, something happened to this one. It got eaten up or something, and it died off. So I'm just gonna, hopefully this one lasts. And whatever's happened to the other one doesn't. So I'm gonna put these 3 in here. And then I'm going to cover them with the remainder of the dirt I have. Right, I've been leaving the lemon tree out here. It's been warm enough. Hasn't got really cold at below the 50 degrees at night. And I figured that'd be a better chance if it actually starts doing flowers to get some pollinators to it. The pumpkins have really started getting some big leaves lately, and I'm kind of realizing I got way too many pumpkin plants. But the peas and the sweet potatoes are starting to string out some. And I was watching the Holler Homestead, and he was talking about how sweet potatoes, I've never grown sweet potatoes before, will like go over in the dirt and they'll try to grow sweet potatoes there or there, and then you just end up with a bunch of small ones instead of big ones. So I figured if I can get them to go up on the trellis type thing, and they won't put it in the dirt, then they will just focus all their energy on what's in the dirt. So that's my plan. I don't know if it'll work or not. Hopefully the corn will keep on going up. I've released some of the peas from attaching the corn because they were kind of pulling them down, so they got trellis out there. I also got these, got some more of these 60-inch, twist post. They're about $6 over at the Home Depot, and that is a lot. But I've had these colorful set for a few years, and they basically hold up. And I guess you could just sand them down and paint them again, if you need to. I think they work great. I moved the pumpkins that are right here out of the way. I moved one down there, and then I banished another from the garden, because the carrots, and unfortunately I just overwatered the onions when I moved that pumpkin over. But I want to get them to give us more light, since this bed doesn't get a lot of light as it is. Got one big pepper here, and this is the green bell pepper, so that should turn hopefully into bell shape at some point. Looks like a really big jalapeno right now. And these tomatoes are still looking good. Blueberries, they have not ripened yet, and we've had a couple of raspberries ripen. Here's one of the, where I banished one of the pumpkin plants. Not really luck with the strawberries on here, because every time they get ripe, they either fall off or something takes them. And I've seen some lizards around here, so I'm guessing they're the culprits. And you see you got plenty of raspberries. As you can see, the three main roses are doing really well, and all the stuff is, whatever it is growing. This looks like something different than the rest of the, I mean, it really, to me, it all looks like a bunch of weeds. Clover, I got plenty of clover. I don't need more clover. I'm hoping this is a flower. It looks more like weed grass. None of my sunflowers have germinated, so that was a bust. I was a little surprised at that. So I'll probably have to go get another packet of sunflowers and try to get those to grow. It's hard to tell, but we've had so much rain, getting a little mold in my gardens because of it, and today's even overcast. At least it's not raining, but yeah, that's the good thing, you know, because when it comes summertime here, it's just going to be hot and no rain and muggy. But for now, it's doing all right and keeping everything living. Thanks for joining.